Welcome to this news episode of SpecialEurasia series podcast called the Geopolitical Report. I'm John Bifolki, Research Manager at SpecialEurasia, and today I want to discuss with you the recent interview that the Consul General of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Davud Mirzakhani, in Kazan, in Tatarstan, gave to Tatar-Inform. He stressed that in 2023 the trade turnover between Iran and Tatarstan increased by 25%, and the two republics are on the right path to increase their cooperation in different fields. This is really important, and the reason why I would like to stress it to investigate these issues with you today is the fact that Tatarstan has become one of the main actors who promote the Kremlin's foreign policy in the Middle East and Central Asia, and also by the fact that Iran has increased its support and role in Russia's geopolitical strategy in the Eurasian strategic chessboard. So, in 2022, as Mirzakhani said, the trade turnover between the Islamic Republic of Iran and the Republic of Tatarstan amounted to $182 million. But in 2023, the two countries registered an increase by 25%, and the total trade turnover reached more than $200 million. According to Mirzakhani, the volume of trade turnover increased because there was the implementation of the free trade agreement between Iran and the Eurasian Economic Union. Sylvia Baltuk, our managing director and also the manager of our Persian files, wrote about the Iranian interest in the Eurasian Economic Union, also this free trade agreement, and the possibility to open a free trade zone between Iran and the Eurasian Economic Union. As you know, this organization was promoted by Moscow, by the Russian Federation, to increase the trade and between the countries members, and also is usually is seen as an alternative bloc, an alternative solution to European Union. The fact is that the Eurasian Economic Union has increased you know, its range of operativity inside the Eurasian chessboard and try to to reach free trade agreement not only with Iran but also with other countries. And probably this free trade agreement and also the possibility to create a free trade zone gave the impulse, the boost to these two countries to increase their trade turnover. Also, what is very important in this case is to assess the fact that the two countries have some challenges related to their trade turnover and also their cooperation. And probably the main issues is the logistics and transport. In fact, even though the Russian Federation is one of the main promoters, together with Iran, of the international North-South transport corridor, which should link St. Petersburg to India by crossing some different states, especially Iran, in this case, we can see that there are some challenges which are undermine the project. One of the challenges could be the logistic and transportation of infrastructures in the region, but also the fact that there is a pressure from the West, particularly because of the Western sanction against both Iran and Russia. Also, the two parties discussed the implementation of the project and also the possibility to develop a future logistic and transport project. And Iran was one of the main actors during the Russia-Islamic World Kazan Forum, which happened in May 2023, so last year, and which gathered more than 6,000, 7,000 representatives of different countries from the Arab Muslim world. And in that case, Russia focused more about bilateral trade with countries in the Middle East and Africa and also in Asia from the Arab Muslim world. They also focused attention on Islamic banking because, as we wrote several times on SpecialEurasia, Russia started in 2023 this pilot project to promote Islamic banking from four different republics in the Russian Federation: Chechnya, Dagestan, Bashkortostan, and of course Tatarstan. So why does it matter? It matters because, first of all, The increased trade volume between Iran and Tatarstan and the Iranian Tatar interest to improve their relations, their cooperation, confirms the fact that Tatarstan plays a strategic role in Russian foreign policy, particularly with Middle Eastern countries or country which belongs to the Arab Muslim world. Secondly, we know that Iran and Russia are increasing their cooperation, particularly in the face of Western sanctions, and Tatarstan can support their cooperation, particularly because the Tatar role in Russian economy. Tatarstan is one of the richest republic in the country, has positive figures in energy market with oil and gas. Tatneft is the local state company which has increased its presence in the Middle East and Central Asia, and also Tatarstan has positive trends also in the agriculture and agribusiness and also in industry. Furthermore, we can also say that Iran, in this case, proved that could be a good supporter or strategic partners for the Russian Federation, and in this case, not only Tatarstan but also the Eurasian Economic Union can play a major role to promote the bilateral trade and to strengthen the relations between the two parties. So thanks for your attention. Hope that we try to give you more information about these two countries, two republics. Even though Tatarstan is part of the Russian Federation, but it's a republic inside the Russian Federation and can promote its own agenda related to foreign policy, even though the agenda is coordinated with the Kremlin. Thanks for your attention. So let's keep in touch and see you next time to the next episode of Geopolitical Report.